We're back.
Bill. Season 2.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
Winter sports.
Girls basketball.
We got Coach Selk, Abbi, Aitken, Allie, Groves, and Brooklyn Heineman.
3 seniors.
3 seniors
Yeah.
and a coach, captains.
I guess we could start off with the scrimmage the other night. What did you take away from it? How did you guys feel you performed? We'll start with the players first. Yeah, and then we'll get the coach's view, see what he thinks.
I'll go. Well, the first game against West Point Beamer, I think we played like as a team. All of us were nervous because first time, a new starter because someone was hurt. So, yeah, the homework game wasn't. I think we were tired, and our defense wasn't really there.
Right.
Yeah. I felt like we got out and ran a lot. I think that's going to be a key part of our season this year is us running a lot, running out.
Getting easy buckets.
Yeah.
Coach, what do you think there? Not a lot of feedback.
That's accurate feedback. They did pretty well. We were pretty happy with the way they played. I think some of their nerves were more actually towards like they didn't want to let their teammates down. This group really likes each other, and so it's a different. Talking to a couple of them, it was really a different nerves. Like one girl, I went to her. It was her first varsity experience, her first like significant varsity experience. She's like, I'm really nervous. I was like, yeah, okay, go for it. Who cares? This is a practice game. Like, it was great. She got in there. She played hard for us and everything. So it was. But talking to her afterwards, that's what she said was that she was just nervous for everybody. Like she didn't want to let her teammates down. I think that's great for our kids if they feel that way.
So there is like a different feel around your team, this year. I think, well, you're rated preseason, number 10. So there was a feel that there's a lot of returning talent. And then you're at the game and there's a lot of communication. You can see a lot of the stuff. You're playing an exciting brand of basketball. You want to press, get easy buckets. You got a good team for that. You got a good point guard to distribute. You got good post players. You got a lot of young talent.
Yeah, I think always beginning of the year, you got to knock the rust off.
Right.
Summer league was a long time ago. A couple volleyball players here, cross-country runners. So I know you're a season removed from some basketball games, and so I thought, things look good, but some of that stuff knocked that rust off, layups, right? Some of that fundamental stuff that you take for granted that I think, will hopefully come around and be more of a staple than a hindrance to you in the future. So, yeah, so then Thursday North, and then back home Saturday.
Yep.
So that'd be a good chance for, anybody who wants to come down and, 1 o'clock, I believe.
Yep, JV's at both boys and girls JV are only 2 quarters.
Okay.
Girls JV's at noon, boys right after that, and upstairs gyms, varsity game, girls is at 1, and then boys to follow at 2:30.
So that'd be perfect time. Everybody can come check it out. And then after that, you have so that's Oakland Craig. Is there kind of some like pre-season out of conference stuff? Or are you going to hit the season, the conference here pretty soon?
We go out to Hardington, Cedar Catholic after that.
That'll be a tough one.
Yeah, that'll be.
Yeah.
We don't shy away from tough opponents up here. I think.
Right.
We have
Several state caliber teams on our schedule early.
Across all multiple classes, though, too, right?
Cedar Catholic was a bad call away from advancing quite a ways last year in the state tournament. Oakland got 3rd, I think it was. Scud is in 2 weeks. They got 2nd. It's a good schedule for us. Get tested pretty early.
And you'll be Class A?
Class B.
Still Class B. Okay. Well, that's good. But, that has its own. There's probably not a difference between them upper Class A's and them upper Class B's. There's some really decent talent.
Talent-wise, there's not. It's the depth.
The depth.
That's what, when we switched my old school, we went from A to B, the physical toll of, it was women versus girls at times. And it was just,
Especially at the 6, 7, 8 position.
yeah, it is just, we never won a Saturday game. Like our first 7 Saturdays we lost on a back-to-back night because we were just physically beat up. We couldn't do it. There was no gimmies in Class A. You get an 0-22 team in Class A still had, like Omaha South, they were 0-22, and they had 2 girls that averaged right on 20 points. And so now you gotta, they were good. Those 2 girls were good, but
They just weren't. They weren't.
you
as
get an
good as
0-22 team in Class B and you're winning by 50. So that's where the difference is. You can definitely play with them. It's just that depth of what it is. So it's tough.
Personal goals this year, you girls have any personal goals, team, individual? And this
Team,
is it for
probably.
high school,
Make it to state.
make it to
Yeah, I
state.
think that's a goal among all of us, because we've been told that this is like, we've all been leading up to this year, I think.
Right,
We've been waiting and,
Last year we were so close, but
yeah. And now I feel like we just need to get there and just get it over.
right, get over the hump, right?
Yeah.
I think some of your younger players, I know you lost one senior,
Yep.
right? But some of the younger, you had a decent freshman class, and that's how, kind of growing into their kind of roles.
Yeah.
And, there's that big jump, I think, from middle school to high school. And now all of a sudden, I think on Monday night at the Jamboree, some of them really showed that there's a lot of growth on that younger side where, hey, I'm not only just off the bench, but I should have a starting role in this. And, I think that's, good job of you there, but also good for your teammates working hard in the off season and, anything, just the hustle factor, I think, was really there, the scrambling for the balls, and that's the stuff that, against equal teams, that's how you're gonna beat them,
Yeah.
Our practices have been much more competitive because of that, and just that extra year of growth, like you mentioned, we have, I talked to her because I know we've got a good relationship here. I know she was disappointed that she wasn't our fifth starter, but at the same time, we've got, we've talked about, depending upon who we're playing, will probably dictate a lot of who we're starting.
You could probably
too.
start 7 or 8 girls,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
I know in my head, we're probably starting a different starting lineup on Saturday, just based on what we want to do
Matchups and
defensively.
stuff, yeah.
And that's a asset right there,
Yeah.
you're not, you can tweak your game plan and your team to your opponent.
We can get crazy long sometimes in some of our lineups, and we're hoping tomorrow night we can get some tips early that lead up to some runouts with our length. Oakland provides a different challenge than North does, so we're going to go more man-to-man with that, so run more man-to-man personnel in there.
Nice.
Well, I think your aggressiveness too, being that deep, you can, hey, somebody gets in foul trouble, you're not gonna be, oh, we gotta go down and put, somebody have foul
an
issues,
admin,
so
yeah.
that's an admin.
Lives in that foul trouble.
Yeah.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
But you can't, you don't wanna put down the aggressiveness, because, those 50-50 balls and diving on the floor, that'll pay dividends, and some of it, yeah, there'll be some fouls or that reaching and whatever, but that aggressive play, knowing that there isn't a step down if we bring in that 6th person, that 7th person, or that 8th, or whatever, and I think that's a...
Just wear teams down.
Mm-hmm. Aggressive fouls are okay, it's the
Yeah.
stupid ones that's the one
the
that,
frustrated fouls, yeah.
yeah, and those are the ones that usually end up causing the girls to sit on the bench, because that's when they totally, we can live with one that's
Just don't melt
cut them
down.
off.
Just don't melt
Don't
down.
miss a
Don't
layup.
do another one.
Don't miss a layup and
Yeah.
slap the girl across the face on accident, going for a ball 94 feet away from the basketball, or basket after rebound. And, those are the
We've
ones
all
that
been
hurt.
there.
Yep.
Right. Well, I'm looking forward to the season. I know we've been talking about it. You guys should have a good year. A lot of tough early games will make you guys strong at the end of the year.
Yeah, hopefully
But
make
when
it
it
so,
really
so
counts.
yeah, peaking at the right time, and
Right.
hopefully, yeah, because you finished the season last year out to Shadron, was that right?
Scotts
Bluff, same difference.
Same deal.
Same difference out there, way there. Hopefully, this year it'll be ended somewhere down in Lincoln, right? Or hopefully not ended, and I think that would be a better fit in for a U3 and the team. But I wanted to, we do have the basketball tournament coming up. You guys will be working it. I know the boys and girls team does it on February 16th through the 18th. That's coming up, but that was something you guys probably played in growing up with little cards basketball, and probably, I wouldn't say made them who you are, but you definitely got your introduction at the right age, young. So definitely wanted to get that in there. But you guys will be working the books and the tables for us. So
I think that's important for, I know where they come from as far as, who they played with and stuff like that, but it's important that now, I know that they're tired always on Monday nights when it's little card night, but they do a great job with our youth program, and once they get going, once they get their food and energy back in, and they get going pretty good, but it's just that first couple minutes, but the little girls don't like listening to the coaches, so we let them, and I think they've learned.
Your energy has to feed off those little kids though too, right?
Yeah.
If they're just coming in there bonkers, you're gonna be bonkers, and try to direct that energy into, something constructive, and it's, a lot different between, you know, like a sixth grade team and like a second grade team.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, you know, kudos, you know, for putting that on and like skills on whatever night. I mean, I think that you're definitely doing a good service to our future, you know, Cardinal athletes and basketball players. And I think some of that had maybe fallen to the wayside for a few years. And I think you know, blame it on COVID, blame it on whatever, but I think re-energizing that is a good thing. And well, one of my kids benefit from it, and so you know, I'm definitely a little.
Also, I mean, we're at 92 girls came out for it this year from 3rd through 8th grade.
It's a
So
lot of little
it
kids.
is. I think
Especially on a
I think
Monday
they
night.
gained a little appreciation for coaching because not necessarily these three, but others have come up like, they don't listen. I'm like, yeah, you guys don't either. Quit. Welcome to coaching. Like, that's what it is.
Well, you're not motivating them right. That's the answer. You haven't found their trigger, you know, and you know, you'll yelling isn't always the trigger. Sometimes it has to be that positive persuasion, you know, not so negative. But yeah.
I like where we went today, Bill.
I think so. I think,
Yeah.
you know, getting her started back up for the winter season, and, you know, I don't know if you'll be there, but we got a booster club meeting on December 6th, 6 o'clock at the Ridge. You know, anybody wants to show up to that, we're always looking for new membership and ideas, you know, come out and give us your opinion.
We might have a crazy idea that's coming our way. So
Yeah, I think Mike Wright's gonna be there, he's gonna propose some new thing, I don't even know if you
Nice.
heard from the weight room, so,
Yeah, you know
might
what
be,
we're about.
well, you might get it for track, but, you know, it looks like a torture device is what it looks like to me, so, yeah, anyway. So, hey, next week.
We'll be back. Best of luck, girls.
Thank
Good luck,
you.
girls.
Thank you.